We got that boy Charleston White opening up about who he really is. This the Nick Cannon interview. Nick Cannon and Charleston.
I catch a murder case.
F your baby. White.
On the vote for Donald Trump. I can't see Kamala in the park. Jail.
Now you know Nick Cannon ain't finna ask him no crazy questions. He might ask him some questions that, pertain to why are you such a crazy character? Why do you approach comedy in such a crazy way? I don't think he's gonna be clip farming though. So anything that Charleston says was his own free will. He has the same free will God gave us all.
He ain't lying.
And damn near took your leg
I
off.
broke everything from my waist.
I'm gonna let it ride too.
Gotta hear the story, cause I thought you got shot in your eye or something like that.
Vlad TV.
White, it's a big day for a big drive, baby. We getting it in. Let's go. Oh man, it's a sunny day in California out here, and I'm riding good in my cyber truck. Yes, I'm riding something brand new, because I'm about to pick up an old school player. You like the dichotomy that I'm bringing right now, because this dude, man, it is the one and only Charleston White. I'm super excited to talk to him, man. I'm asking him
Yo, baby.
Hey Nick, you got all the music in here. Stop playing. Why, Eddie? Boy, I need me a cyber truck one day, but we gotta work harder, y'all, boy.
I have joined the pop culture.
I don't even want a cyber truck, but just the fact to have one, that how up we gotta be in life, gang, to just be buying shit we don't need and want. For real. You feel me? That's how up we gotta be this year, man. Well, eventually.
Wagon.
We working hard this year.
Truck. It may look like I'm driving an air fryer, but this pop hot. But I had to make it incredible. I wanted mine to look like the Batmobile. So we turned it matte black, made it industrial. So I had to throw those 24-inch incredible Savini wheels on there. And of course, at night, it gives off an amazing light show. So let's ride. It's the Cybertruck.
Let's see who we got.
Charleston White. Mr. White is not just a former youth gang member. He's a self-proclaimed street scholar who's taken social media by storm. His unapologetic stance has ignited fierce debates, making him a lightning rod for controversy.
They ain't big. They don't have big.
This is gonna be an unforgettable episode. So buckle up as we roll into the mind of Charleston White.
Yeah, come on.
They didn't make this for.
Yeah, they definitely didn't make it, but they just push your hand on it. Put your hand. Yeah, right. There you go.
Oh, man.
Where them Cadillacs at? Cadillac and Lincoln would never make
Well, I can learn something.
When we come to your town,
Open that bit like open sesame.
You pick me up and we riding one of your old schools.
You goddamn right. Box Chevy Caprice.
Oh, that's what you got?
Yeah.
Oh,
Box
see.
Chevy Caprice.
See, I need
With bad tires.
Oh.
And it need a front end alignment.
you
you
gotta
ain't
take me. So Dallas, right?
Yeah. Fort Worth, actually. I ain't gonna
okay.
they gonna get mad if I claim Dallas. And I be wanting to claim Dallas too.
Fort Worth.
Yeah, Fort Worth.
What's the
Texas.
difference?
Oh,
It's all the same damn
So
area.
far, good
Fort
interview.
Worth.
Where you from?
Fort Worth is a little bit more conservative than Dallas.
Okay.
The civil rights movement didn't make it to Fort Worth. It went through Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah, Dr. King had to sneak through Fort Worth and didn't let nobody know he was there. So that's the difference.
Okay. So then, cause you talk about that a lot, and we gonna
Yeah.
ride, talk about all this good game, but you talk about like how you really wasn't from the streets. You grew up in the middle class, like Fort Worth.
I was a wannabe.
And so talk about that, man.
That might be the most authentic Charleston White interview I've seen so far to date.
Take me all the way back. To
Hold on,
Charleston
Nick.
White as a kid.
I like
Want
to say
to be a wannabe.
a good kid that was raised in your traditional single parent African American home back in the 70s and 80s.
Okay.
When
A Cosby kid.
There you go. When black mothers was breaking into the middle class world of America.
Okay.
My mother was a blue collar worker, retired from General Motors.
Okay.
My father was in the Navy. My grandfather was a military guy. My uncle.
Your parents were together?
No, they wasn't together. So my mother had me at 17 years old.
Mine too.
Oh, really?
My mom, I went to both my parents' high school graduation.
Oh man.
My mom was 16 when she got pregnant with me.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you're not so my mother tried to instill good morals and good values into us. Yes sir, no ma'am.
Right.
You be honest, tell the truth.
F your baby.
But I had uncles that was pimps.
Now, where the F your baby came from, gang?
I had uncles I had relatives that was submerged in the criminal elements of society, yeah.
Right.
And so you pick up those negative traits as they pass through your household.
Right.
While mom is at work. So the culture shaped me, homie. I'm the kid that grew up that saw the movie The Mac, Superfly, Penitentiary 1, Penitentiary 2, you know, with Too Sweet. Yeah. So you incorporate that into your lifestyle because that's what you think life is about growing up as a young black man.
Right.
So I really grew up believing that going to prison and going to jail was something that black men had to do because I watched every male in my family go to jail or prison. Uncles, cousins. When I spent the night over my homeboy in them houses, they dads and uncles and brothers was in jail. So
and did you feel like because your pops wasn't there, that maybe was part of that influence?
Well,
or is it really just a black man's rite of passage of like
that that was a black man's rite of passage?
Yeah.
Dad's absence was more internal as a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you want to see your father, you want to interact with your father, and at times I did.
Right.
But for the most time, I was with my mother's brothers, my mother's cousins, my grandfather. So I had males in my life, but they wasn't positive male influences.
Right.
I've never seen a man get up and go to work.
Wow.
I've always seen mama get up and go to work. So I didn't even know men work.
That boy treating this man like a.
Men were
I
hustling.
just peep game.
I thought the man got up and got dressed at 12 o'clock, earned
Charleston ain't cussed
cleaned
once
all
yet.
Stars, you know, combed his hair and looked pretty all day and go outside and talk and hang. I thought that's what men did.
And then so in Fort Worth, in that area, there's gangs out there.
Yeah, gangs started entering into Fort Worth probably late 80s. I didn't get introduced to gangs home until the movie Colors came out. So I never seen what a gang member looked like until I saw the movie Colors.
Wow.
So once I saw Colors, after I saw Colors, it's like a veil came off of your eyes. Now you can identify what you seen on Colors.
Right.
You see, so now you can see that these guys.
So the gang obviously was already active before Colors in Dallas. But that's when you were like, oh, that's what they was doing.
Because I'm not from the hood, I don't get to see it. I only get to see this shit when I go to my auntie's house that live on the south side in the ghetto.
Right.
I live in the suburbs in Arlington. I live around the corner from the Texas Rangers manager at the time, which was Bobby Valentine.
Wow.
So I live around the corner from him. So I don't get to see the hood till I go to visit grandmama or go to auntie's in them house.
Right.
And that's where you pick it up at. Cause when I come back home, we saying yes ma'am, no ma'am.
Yeah.
You can't go outside if mama ain't there. You in the house. So I wasn't a kid that got to hang out in B Street.
So tell me, when did it get serious then? Cause obviously it got real serious in your life, and you know you ended up committing a major crime, right?
It got serious. 6th grade, I was a good kid. 6th grade, I had just got my eye taken out.
How'd that happen?
Playing with a homemade slingshot.
Really?
So I got my eye removed when I was 12 years old in the 6th grade. So up until then, from 2nd grade to 6th grade, I had 9 eye surgeries before I removed my eye.
So tell me, first, not to get too big, but I gotta hear the story, because I thought you got shot in your eye or something like that.
Vlad TV said that. Now, I was playing with a homemade slingshot.
Vlad TV said that bullshit. I heard a different story too.
You try to shoot the rubber band.
Rubber band with the pencil.
And I tried to aim, and the pencil hit back and hit me. Now, cause I pulled back too far.
You pulled back and it went. And the pencil stick straight in.
It came back and stuck.
Did you feel it like it hurt?
Yeah,
W animation, but damn.
And you had to pull it out.
It came right out.
Oh, I thought
it came right out. It didn't stick in, but it stuck.
See, the crazy thing was, in the 8th grade, I had a similar situation, trying to, bad kids in the classroom across the room. We shooting pencil, pencil fighting from across the room, and we ducking, dodging. This kid, I never forget it. This is Peter, man. Peter cocked his pencil back, threw that joint that stuck straight in the top. I still got the scar on the top of my eye to this day. I swole up like Mike Tyson hit me.
That's what mine did too. So my mother had took us to the circus the day after the injury. And I used to be crazy about clowns as a kid. So I took off running. I put my head down and got ready to raise up and boom, ran right into a pole. And that impact from that pole caused a blood clot on my cornea.
Oh, wow.
So they kept trying to remove my cornea to try to save the eye. And had they saved the eye, the pressure behind the eye would have been so painful that I wouldn't have been able to have a normal life. So they had to take my eye out to get the pressure out.
And this was in?
I was in the 6th grade. So the
So
injury.
you had to wear like a patch and all
Yeah,
that?
the injury happened when I was in the 2nd grade.
Oh.
And they took, so I had from 2nd grade to 6th grade, I had 9 eye surgeries. So I was having a surgery almost every 6 months.
But it's a villain arc story right here, boy. That's how the Joker was born, for real. Come to think of it, the man fell in a washing machine, stabbed himself in the eye with a pencil, went to the circus to go see some clowns that he was messing with, ran into a pole, had to get the eye took out by 6th grade. Then my boy was hospitalized till he got arrested. Oh, man. Yeah, it's a villain right here.
Wow.
So I missed a lot.
But you know, it'd be some holes and patches in the story. It might be get told a little different this time, though, but it's still crazy.
I missed a lot of school.
And that had to be a lot on a young man. And like,
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot.
trauma was
It
probably
was very,
built up.
traumatizing.
Yeah.
Just having to go through the surgeries was very traumatizing.
That's enough to make a Thanos and snap that one time. Half the world.
So I would have to be at the hospital by myself.
Oh, wow.
So that's where I learned the little white people at. 'Cause back in the 80s, it wasn't no bunch of black nurses. It wasn't a bunch of black doctors. So I was a kid. So I was a kid.
Look at the egg lab.
So let me get this straight. So 2nd grade, you have an eye injury.
Yeah.
With a pencil.
Yeah.
Homemade slingshot. Then.
But before, check this out. Before 2nd grade, I fell in the washing machine.
Oh, shit.
There go the washing machine, boy.
It popped out there. I fell in a spinning washing machine.
That was first?
When I was 5 years old. I snuck outside and I was down in the laundromat playing. And I was jumping up and down on the washing machine. And somehow a screw came loose and I fell directly into the washing machine as it was spinning.
And damn near
cycle.
took your leg
I
off.
broke everything from my waist down.
Because it was still spinning?
Yeah, as a 5-year-old kid. So I don't have a hip on this side. So I don't have a hip.
Damn.
So I had to have pins. I had to have pins coming through both these legs, through this leg right here. So you can see this.
Yeah.
So this is as a kid, homie. So
I mean, them bones was
So you
jello.
could've been through
I know it's a
real
washing
shit.
machine, but them
lose
bones
the eye.
had to be
Damn.
jello
So I had
10.
to learn how to walk.
It's a 5-year-old.
And then I lose the eye because I was a very active. They said accident prone, but I was just an active kid, a rough little
Nah, you injury prone, gang. I was about to say that. I was just about to say you wasn't active enough as a child. Like me, I done took all the falls you could name. Ain't broke a bone, gang. I think I did break an ankle one time though. Like that wasn't a sprain. That bit was fucked up by 2 months. I'm talking about no pressure, fatty, no cast, no nothing, thugging, riding a scooter from home, one leg hopping on some shit. You feel me? It was bad. But other than that, gang, I'm talking about nothing. Bones made of steel, boy. Super. You need to drink some more milk, gang. You supposed to be a little more active, gang.
ADD and all of that.
Yeah.
ADD. He one of them bad goofy jits.
I was just an active kid, a
Yeah,
rough
yeah.
little
You weren't active, gang. You were goofy.
ADD and all of that.
Yeah. So
okay.
They're like them tall, lanky kids who ain't got
before
control of their
I
body
came
for
out,
real, and they be like,
You lost damn near.
he was
lost
one of
your
them.
hand.
I tripping over dust particles on the floor that you
Down.
can't even see with the naked eye.
2nd grade, you
Put
take
the
the
eye
eye
out.
out
Yeah,
with a
put the eye
homemade
out.
slingshot. Then
Damn.
you have surgeries every.
You know how uncoordinated you gotta be to try to be shooting something at somebody else and that bit reverse Uno yo ass in the eye. Yeah, gang. He was a little less able to use the opposable thumbs and shit. Man, you feel me? He wasn't as active. That's all I'm saying.
single year
So
up
up
until the
to
6th grade, and they have to remove your eye.
Yeah.
He was a
I wore the
fragile
eye
child.
patch once they removed it.
That was cool, probably.
Well, as a kid, it's not.
Looking like
Because-
Slick Rick.
Because the other kids teasing you.
Right.
So I developed a little man complex. So I learned to hit a in the mouth if you ask me what happened to my eye.
Oh wow.
Because that was my defense mechanism. I was insecure about it.
Yeah.
So you
You imagine Charleston trying to hit you, man. He got pins in his legs and shit.
Okay.
Ain't even
so
working
that's
right,
what
but
the
he
gangster
can't
was
run
doing.
towards
Well,
you.
that's what a little tough little born.
Yeah.
He probably looking like
But
this,
you
trying
still in the suburbs or you in the
I've never
to
lived
hit
in
your
the
ass and
hood.
shit.
Never,
Boy, you be
never
scared as
lived in
hell.
So
Boy, that
tell me
little
about
crazy
the
gremlin running at you.
incident that changed your life and took it in, took you into the boys' home.
Oh, I had my
Who
older
that was
brother
walking? That supposed to be
lived in
Charleston?
the hood. I'm still
Never.
born. Yeah.
And but you still in the suburbs or you in the hood?
When was he ever that
Well,
big?
that's where the little tough little was born. Yeah.
And but you still in the
Oh,
suburbs or you in the
little
hood?
man
I've
syndrome.
never
Okay.
lived in the hood. I'm still
Never.
in the suburbs.
I
Never
get
lived
it.
in the hood.
So tell me about the incident that changed your life and took it in, took you into the boys' home.
Oh, I had my older brother was in and out of the youth facilities. So I'm trying to really fall in the path of my older brother. So you gotta think, homie, I had surgery. So up until the 6th grade, I'm an injury-prone kid. I ain't gangster. I ain't bad. I don't know nothing about the streets.
Right.
So
It
this
ain't
is at
gonna line
12
up.
years old. At 14 years old, I catch a murder case trying to be gangster because the culture has went gangster.
How did you catch a murder case?
Man, just hanging with some kids from the projects. Hanging with the kids from the hood.
Because I always hear you say that you never shot your gun at a black
Never.
person. So this clearly the person that you caught the murder case had to be.
He was a Caucasian guy, a white guy by the name of Michael Levy. So I had ran away from home because I'm being rebellious at this time. So now I'm 13, going on 14, being rebellious.
Shit, man, stories be all over the place, dog.
Are trying to separate.
Depending on who he telling it to. It's all on the internet, though. That's the fucked up part. So he telling it to all of us at the end of the day.
And you talking about
But hey,
89,
it's
90,
just
91. We went from dancing
I was
like
catching
Will
up with you in
Smith to
4K.
Parents
I wonder how
Just
you
Don't
look at these
Understand,
bitches. Look at the
New
back.
Edition, Can You Stand the Rain?
Damn,
all
none of
a
them
sudden,
true.
It's gangster culture.
I must have lost it a long
So
time ago.
I'm in my adolescent stage during the gangster culture when it's coming into what it is.
Boys in the
Gang
hood,
banging, coming,
Menace to
boys,
Society,
and all of this.
colors.
So this is now being propagated in the household of good kids. Mom, when I get out of school, mama going to work. So when I get out of school, my mother is on her way to General Motors going to work. She kissing us on the forehead, saying dinner's on the table. I cooked this.
Right.
Make sure y'all clean up your room, leave your homework out.
Right.
But when mama leaves, we cutting on the rap videos.
Right.
We looking at all the stuff that's propagating the negative culture. So I just took on the culture, homie. I remember seeing colors, and after we seen colors, now we got bandanas in our pocket. But we don't know what a cripple blood is. We're just trying to mimic the culture.
Right. Right.
So when I look at my uncles, when I'm looking at the community, I'm thinking this is the way. So
Right.
I'm mimicking our culture just like our kids today. They mimic the culture. Children mimic what they see and repeat what they hear.
Right.
My mother is saying go to school, do this, but I'm saying, yeah, mama, I heard what you saying, but Uncle Wayne and them saying this. So my male cousin is countering what my mother's trying to teach her. Boy, don't listen to your mama. She don't know what she talking about. You don't get no girl no money. So they're countering what my mother's trying to teach us with the negative aspects of our culture.
Mama, boy, he a
So
trick.
I embrace the
Start
negative
playing. He
aspects
fell
of
for the
our
play.
culture.
Got it.
I'm
Yeah,
good
listen
in
to Uncle
school,
Wayne,
I
them.
can pass the
Boy,
test.
try to
I'm
lead
one of
you
the
right.
smartest in the class, but that's not where you get your affirmation from in the culture.
Right.
I needed that affirmation.
You wouldn't have to be in a documentary in the future.
Yeah, and so I couldn't get
Dog.
it from father. Mother tried to.
I ain't gonna lie, if they do a documentary on Charleston, bro, I know his shit gonna be crazy. The way he be telling stories and shit, talking about some, yeah, he came to the club. He used to come to the club all the time, around the same time. And then the girls used to call him 4 bands. Soon as he get to 4,000, he expects something out of you. He start treating you different, this, that, blah, blah, blah. It's be tripping, talking about, you're not 4,000, that's the number. I be keeping my eye on the number and everything.
Give it to me, but it's hard for
Yeah,
a
his
young
documentary
boy to
gonna be
receive his
crazy,
affirmation
boy.
From his mama, when mama
Me
telling
Too
you to
movies gonna
share
be
outside,
swole.
sharing don't work amongst boys.
Mm.
I learn how to fight,
Right.
and mama say please and thank you.
Right.
So
We seen the Olive Boy fight, gang. Chill. You can skip that part of the story you were about to make up. Boy said, I learned how to fight. Boy, he fought the Olive Boy. Boy, that was crazy. Talk about a stick figure fight in real life.
mother tried to give it to me, but it's hard for a young boy to receive his affirmation from his mama when mama telling you to share outside when sharing don't work amongst boys. I learned how to fight.
Right.
And mama saying, say please and thank you.
Right.
So I embrace the culture, the negative attributes of the culture. Rather than playing football and basketball and sports, I took to the delinquency of what most juveniles find exciting.
Right.
So I'm not committing crimes because I'm poor. I'm committing crimes for the excitement and the thrill.
100%.
Yeah. But my friends are committing crimes because they're poor.
Right.
I'm just joining in for the excitement and thrills to be a part of something, to be accepted. Just rebelling against mother's teaching, embracing the culture, not knowing the consequences of what we're embracing. So
Right.
we start out doing juvenile delinquent stuff, breaking windows, breaking bottles, breaking in the car, stealing cars.
Little doing bad.
Juvenile delinquency,
Yeah.
only for that to graduate to committing violent crimes. And we would, and I
And
would
gangbang.
in gang. Well, I didn't start gangbang. I didn't join a gang until I got into juvenile.
Okay.
So I hadn't saw. I really didn't know gangs until I got up close and personal in the juvenile.
Right.
So me and 3 of my friends decided to skip school one day, and all 3 of these guys were older than me. I was 14, they were 15, 16, and 17. We decided to skip school one day. We all went to the same school except the 17-year-old. We went to Farm 303 Mall in Arlington, Texas, which was a suburb.
Right.
And we, at that time, starter jackets were real popular in '91.
Yeah, I remember that.
So we ran out of the mall with a bunch of starter jackets. We took a gun. We broke into my girlfriend's house at the time, whose dad was a Dallas police officer, stole the guns. And so as we were running out the mall, my victim, which was a guy by the name of Michael Lee, saw what was going on. He was working on his car in the parking lot. He had stopped in the parking lot.
Right.
And so he saw what was going on and tried to stop, tried to stop us stealing those jackets. And in the process, my 16-year-old friend shot and killed him when I gave him the gun. So I gave him the gun, man, shoot that,
Right.
Just not knowing what we're doing. And he really didn't try to kill him.
He was just trying to keep him from.
Now, every time they try to tell you to let that man out, you say, nah, that now his fault. Even though you set everybody up, allegedly Mr. Mastermind behind the what's the name. But every time they got a chance to get redeemed to let out, you feel me? You talk, niggas go to jail to learn and meet God and all this. But when it's your dog's turn, it's not F all that, abandon that, throw it out the window. I was saying it for clicks and views that one time for y'all to do, not for me. When it's me, it's different.
He didn't shoot to kill.
And so then you got convicted.
Adjudicated.
All of y'all.
Yeah. So they got convicted. I got adjudicated.
Because you were underage.
I was underage. Yeah. So most people don't know children cannot be convicted. So they go through family court. Even though it's a criminal case as a child, you go through family court. So you're adjudicated.
Right.
So I was sentenced under a law that's called Texas Juvenile Determined Sentencing Law, where a kid can be sentenced up to 40 years.
Why?
I received a 12-year sentence.
They looking at that truck. I see mommy on the side.
I went back to court on my 18th birthday, and the state recommendation was for me to be transferred to the adult prison system because I joined the gang once I got in there.
Oh, okay.
And so, I just joined the gang because it
was safe inside.
Oh, well, no, it was very safe not to be in the gang. Because we was in a children's environment, so it wasn't a prison. It was co-ed with girls. We had an in-ground swimming pool. We had off-campus jobs. We could go to college off-campus, and we got weekend furloughs.
Oh.
So it wasn't like we was
locked up.
Yeah, it wasn't like we was locked up. We were in a boarding school.
Gotcha.
But the programs was so intense. It was strictly focused on rehabilitation and resocialization. So I got everything I needed to get as a kid to repair the harm and heal the child.
Right. So, but then we talk about, your big drive, the thing that drives you the most. It sounds like your experience as a youth is now putting you in a position you wanted to be a man of the community.
I never was a killer. I never was a gangster.
Right.
I was a kid that wanted to be a part of something. And I almost threw my life away by trying to be a part of something that I didn't come from.
Right.
I don't know what it's like to go to bed hungry. I ran with it.
Right.
I've never seen a man come out my mother's bedroom and she had boyfriends.
Right.
So, I never was what I was trying to be. I never
Say that
was
again.
what I was trying to be. It wasn't in my heart, it wasn't in my mind, and it wasn't in my soul. So I would have to war against who I really was.
You can tell this day.
Kind of person just to fit in.
Right.
Like most of us. So
You seen him say cheese interviews till this day.
I remember when we realized we had took somebody's life. I remember us driving off laughing, but on the inside it wasn't laughable.
Right.
But we really had no knowledge and no understanding of what we had done because as a kid it's impossible because of your brain development. So you asked me a question earlier. I said, man, around 18 or 19, my brain started developing and I started maturing. Right. That's when I started tapping into the victim empathy side of what was inside of me. Having some guilt and some shame and empathy and remorse for being responsible for taking somebody's life, even though I didn't pull the trigger.
Right.
At first, I could easily justify, say, man, I ain't pulled the trigger.
Right.
But after you go through counseling, you understand the part that you played, then you start to accept responsibility for the part you played.
Right.
So that's why a lot of times you hear me say, we took somebody's life. So in the process of taking accountability, you start developing empathy. And that's where my drive came from. So from 18 to 21, I now
I be watching my shit. He trying to justify that bit with therapy now. I see you, Charleston. I see you.
Right.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Driving force for me to change and become a different person. Because now I'm starting to have an understanding that I've paid my debt to society.
Right.
But in spirit, I forever owe a debt to this life that we've taken. So that's where my drive came from. So when I got out at the age of 21, I came home a healed and repaired child. All of my childhood issues had been resolved. But when I got out in 1998, our culture reshaped what the juvenile system had done. Cause you gotta think, when I got out in 98, Master P had just dropped Ghetto Dope.
Right.
Crack like this. And it taught us how to cook crack from step 1 to step 10.
Yeah.
So when I get out in 1998, the crack era in the dope game is at its highest for our generation.
Yeah.
Boy, niggas were making money, and the music promoted it.
Yep.
So, homie, I came home, enrolled at University of Arkansas in Fayetteville College. Got with my cousin who was the BSA president, but they selling weed.
Right.
We get caught selling weed. I get caught with 10 pounds of marijuana fresh out the boys' home.
Right.
I take a plea bargain, do 6 months in a prison boot camp. I'm reflecting on what I learned in the juvenile system. And when I got out, homie, that was my desire to turn away from the old ways and move forward. And so that's when I got out that boot camp, homie. My mom.
Good interview so far, though. Good questions.
To abandon the criminal elements of our
Letting that boy
society.
tell his stories.
So then we gotta go, cause that again, and you became a community activist, and you were really you dedicated your life to helping the youth. But then the Charleston White that we know today, the internet superstar, the big talker, like. Where did
Mr.
that
F, yo, baby.
I done been mean online, homie.
Don't say
And
Dolomite.
a lot of it came from the frustration of being a community activist. So I told you that we had been working on trying to. I became part of this national organization that's called Campaign Fair Sentencing of Youth, and they're based out of Washington, D.C. They're actually a lobbyist firm. And they do a lot of youth advocate and juvenile justice work. So when I became a part of the Campaign Fair Sentencing of Youth, I joined a group that fell under their umbrella that's called Incarcerated Children's Advocacy Network, ICANN. So once I became a part of ICANN, I started meeting other children throughout America who was sentenced to life without parole as children.
Wow.
Now, I just told you we was being sentenced up to 40 years in Texas.
Right.
Up until then, homie, I had in 2014, 2012, I had never met anybody who had life without parole as a child. So I never even knew that existed in America.
Wow.
So once I became part of that, and I'm doing all of this youth advocacy work, homie, I'm speaking at some of the most prestigious universities and colleges in this country. I'm doing trainings for the United States Department of Homeland Security Human Trafficking Division. Wow. So I'm online sharing all this, but I'm not cussing.
Right.
I don't use the word. I don't smoke weed in front of the camera.
Right.
I was a poster child for what you would want somebody to be to represent this.
Right.
But I'm also trying to bring awareness that America, Sudan, and North Korea are the only 3 countries on this earth that would take a 12-year-old child and give them life without parole.
Right.
So I'm trying to bring awareness. And in the process of me trying to bring awareness, you got police shootings just came about.
Right.
George Zimmerman, Mike Brown. And then probably some months after that, there was a 93-year-old woman house who got shot up in our community on Hattie Street. It made the news. So when I saw this on the news, I reached out to our local gang units because I wanted me and my organization to go over there and help repair a house.
Right.
That's when I came online. So when I went to that 93-year-old woman house and saw how many bullets these shot through a house, and they shot up the wrong house.
Wow.
They shot up the wrong house. And nobody in the city had any outrage. That's what made me come online and started dishing the games. Started saying, you do this.
Yeah.
So that's what made me start attacking our culture because
Right.
I'm working in the community. I'm also now working with the kids who telling me about all these young rappers who talk about killing and they really because I thought most rappers were really studio gangsters. I didn't know they were really killing.
Yeah.
That's how I found about King Von. So now I'm starting to find about all these new kids out of Chicago.
Right.
That's where the frustration come from.
But then but you know what I mean? Like if we try to be compassionate to these individuals.
Well, I wasn't trying to be compassionate. I was wanting to be compassionate to the victims.
Gotcha.
I didn't want to be compassionate to the individual that's causing the ruckus. I wanted to be compassionate to the victims. Remember, my drive come from my victim.
Right. And so, gotcha.